us today. Everybody is going to pull against each other in a round robin, and each match of these will have 2 attempts. And as you can see on the field, Great Britain are on the left and Germany are on the right. And if you're new to Tug of War, welcome. We will keep you entertained and explain everything as we go. And I've got to say, what the mascots are doing, absolutely love that wherever they are. Great Britain and Germany, our first match here. So Anton, 6 teams, we're going to have 15 matches in this preliminary round as everybody will pull against everybody else. And they're going to have two pulls in each match.
That's correct, yes.
And there are 8 members on each team. And there are certain marks on the rope that we'll introduce you to as we go. But the main one that you need to be keeping your eye on, the most important thing here in Tug of War, and I think most people are familiar with the idea, is that you pull the rope towards your side. There is a center mark. As you can see, it's very, very narrow. It's the tiny little red stripe in the middle. And that needs to reach the 4-meter mark for you to win the pull. Here are the 8 competitors for Great Britain in their first choice. There's about 15 or so on each team, is that right, Anton? And they choose 8 for the match?
That's right. We've actually got 10, so you have like 2 reserves per team. The center judge, if I may add here, is Derek Smith from South Africa. The Great Britain coach is Tim Lee, and the German coach is Stefan Heimann.
So each team can have a coach who is allowed to give them instructions during the match, aren't they? They're allowed to move up and down the line, obviously not interfere, but they can give directions.
They give directions, they basically direct the strategy. Then you have the attendants, which is mostly the reserve. You will see there on either side of the judge. That is in case there is you can do a tactical substitution. Okay, let's get to the match.
Let's get to the poll. Here we go then. Our first match begins at the World Games 2025 in Chengdu. Great Britain versus Germany. And we are underway. And what a huge amount of support from the audience here. On the first pull in the morning, it's 10 o'clock here in the morning of day 2. And Great Britain has made the early claim with the centre mark just a fraction towards their side.
You will see, in fact, 4 meters from the red centre mark, there's a white mark, and that is the 4-meter mark. And the intention is for the opposing team to pull the opponents towards the middle.
Now that roar accompanies the action from Germany as they moved it ever so slightly, but Great Britain have regained it pretty much exactly where it was. And yet Germany just trying to make another dent in it. Great Britain here not trying to gain ground so much as just try and keep it where it is. Because that's 3 times now Germany have tried to move it, although Great Britain, the front couple of players, perhaps just going a little bit lower than they intended. And now there's movement. And now Great Britain appear to be gaining ground. They're more than halfway towards the first win. It looks very low to the ground on the German side, Anton.
Absolutely. As you can see, they went to ground there. Of course, if you stay too long on the ground, it might be an infringement. Germany 4th seeded and Britain the 5th seeded. So this is interesting. First pull to Great Britain. Yeah, they brought in quite a counter-attack there, but it's not enough. Interestingly, Germany last year during the qualification World Championships, they came 4th, Great Britain 5th. So this very interesting pool.
Gotta love a rematch. And as someone from the UK, Great Britain myself, I can tell you that sporting rivalries, Great Britain and Germany is pretty much our biggest one in any sport.
Absolutely.
So first win for Great Britain. And the attendants, I believe you called them, the helpers who were next to the centre judge the whole time, buckets and sponges, I see.
Yes, and what we call tacky for the hands, sort of a gluey substance that they use with the grip. Great Britain, of course, they call themselves the reigning Olympic champions because they won the last Olympics in 1912. So
I will also say, as a countryman, It is quite a British thing to hang on to sporting records, although I haven't heard of one from 1912 still being proudly proclaimed. Now we're swapping ends here. Is that a choice, or are they going to be doing that throughout the pool?
Throughout, this is the basics. Yes, they toss a coin at the beginning to see who starts on which side, and then they will change after the first.
So now Germany on the left, Great Britain on the right. Germany won't want to let this rope move in Britain's direction at the beginning. Both teams just taking strain. Obviously have to lean into this just to get the centre mark above the centre position before they begin. Quite an art to that. And it's a German moving much quicker than the first pull. Great Britain slipping and struggling against this pull now, which is much more comprehensive from the German team. All of the action immediately going their way with barely any pause in it. 2 or 3 of the British players on the ground there. And the centre line is centre mark is well on its way, but here comes the 4-metre white mark. And Germany make that a draw with a pull for themselves in a much quicker time than Great Britain's win over them.
Yeah, it seems that Germany won the drop there as we speak, and whereas Great Britain were first on the drop in the first pull, and that makes a major difference. Gives you that slight advantage at first half a metre. There's the techie that we spoke about.
Part of me wants to touch that so I know what it's like, and part of me fears I will never, ever feel clean again. I'm a wash my hands kind of guy, I have to tell you. I'm not a tug of war, get my hands dirty kind of guy.
Washing alone won't do it.
So solid start from both teams there. Great Britain, Germany, 1 each. You feel that was expected?
Yes, I actually expected Germany to win. So